Welcome to the Almost Sunday podcast. Lucas Kloss, Joel Mendelson, Eli Cron. Gonna have more trivia wars for you today. Maybe Eli get a little win in there. Down 2-1 so far. But with the draft in a week, time we give you our mock drafts for the first 10 picks. But first, as usual, we're going to start with some news. And we're going to start with the Dallas Cowboys, because why the F not? Joel, your team, rocky offseason so far, buddy. Fitting with their into their season. Dak wants to be paid. Again, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, they want to get paid. The reports are saying that Mike is wearing thin with the team, and a lot of people in Dallas. Now, Trayvon Diggs did come to his defense, but still a really weird story. Joel, give us your thoughts on the Cowboys and their offseason so far.
Well, you said like a horrible end to their season. That's a normal end to their season. That's
normal
just
end for them is horrible.
It's the reality of the situation. Micah Parsons, where there's smoke, there's fire, in my opinion. He's always running his mouth on podcasts and stuff, being like, oh, yeah, watch what's going to happen. And then we just get kicked. I believe that there's maybe some tension there, but he's so good that, like, I think you can look past it. Whereas, like, Dak wanting, like, a record-breaking contract, it's like, please, I hope they tell him to off.
Real quick, do you think a part of it could just be, like, since he's trying to get, like, a new contract, you think Dallas is sort of leaking some BS about him just as, like, some sort of tactics?
Definitely could be. At the same time, it would be a good call for them to do because I believed it right away, you know?
And Jerry Jones does that all the time. Eli, what do you think?
Oh, for sure.
That's a little dust by Parsons. Why are you being a little diva now? Hey, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? A rebuild's coming quick. Watch out, Dallas. I think your days are tough right now, Joel. A couple years from now, dust.
So I take it you're not impressed with their offseason?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. It's it's been terrible for them. They've lost a couple pieces. Yeah, I wouldn't pay Dak. Not happening. They could just not pay him this year and let him walk next year. But I don't know what I'm paying for just to get bounced all the time. I know Buddy's going to put up a bunch of numbers, but I don't believe in him. He's just another Kirk Cousins to me.
Hey, watch your mouth.
At all.
I think he's better than Kirk.
I think he is. He is slightly better than Kirk.
Definitely better than Kirk.
Yeah.
He's not that bad. He's just not going to win it all, you know? Like, I can't see Dak Prescott winning.
Yeah, he puts up great numbers, honestly. And last year he was better than he's ever been. But, of course, as soon as they walk into the playoffs, just absolutely the bed. And I think they're way too dependent on CeeDee Lamb, who they have to pay. But, the Micah Parsons stuff, I think it's BS. I'm not a huge fan of his podcast. I know everyone, whenever they're talking about this, are like, they want to make it clear that, you know, he has the right to do a podcast. Yeah, I get he has the right to do his podcast as well. But,
yeah.
And I think he's done a good job of, like, avoiding, you know, saying anything horrible in his podcast or causing, like, too many problems with it. I don't think it's a very good podcast. I don't think it's very entertaining, but, you know, I think it's fine.
I will say, like, obviously he has to think they're going to win on the podcast.
Yes. What's he going to say? Yeah.
Like, he's just so cocky when we just get kicked, you know? He's like, oh, we're for sure going to beat you guys next time. It's like,
yeah, he's like, we're on their level, you know, we'll see you
bulletin
again.
board,
like,
you know?
Yeah, I don't like it. But their offseason's been really shite. They need to draft well here. Okay, next, the Buffalo Bills. They lost a lot of defensive pieces as well, 2 Pro Bowl safeties, Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde. They lost Tre'Davious White at corner. And then, of course, they lose Stephon Diggs. Eli, what should their focus be going into the draft?
You pretty much spelt it out right there. They need some corners desperately, but they've lost a lot of defensive pieces, and I would draft defense first because all the good wide receivers are going to be gone, and they have a later pick, so I mean, yeah, focus on defense for Buffalo especially.
I think they're going to go for a wide receiver. I don't know. In my head, their offseason plan of making all these moves, they had a plan for the defense going forward. And then I don't know. I just feel like they're going to deal with the defense separately, and they're going to draft a wide receiver in the first round because it's exciting for the fans, simply enough.
I think they should draft a receiver or trade for one. I'll get to that a bit later. But McDermott, I think, can get the defense working well enough. You know, I don't think that they need to, you know, go crazy in the draft all defensively and stuff. Draft a safety maybe late, draft a corner late. I wouldn't go nuts, like focus completely on defense. Get Allen a weapon. I understand that last year they went all run game, and that's when they went on their winning streak to end the season, win the division, and get in the playoffs. But to me, I still think that's a bad game plan. Your best weapon, for as much as I criticize Josh Allen, it's Josh Allen. He's an elite quarterback, 3rd best QB in the league, in my opinion. I think you need to revolve the offense around him and not just, you know, only the run game, you know? Like, I feel like you're nerfing your best weapon to a certain extent. So get him a receiver, He's still got one of the best deep balls in the league. Let him absolutely rip it. You lost not only Stephon Diggs, but you lost Gabe Davis too. So you need to fix that. Little Shakir is more of a possession guy. You need some explosiveness on that offense for sure. And next, the Bengals. Lots of rumors still swirling about T. Higgins getting traded. Do you think he gets moved on draft day, just before draft day, or not at all?
I don't think they're going to move him at all. I don't think they're going to be able to get enough value for what he brings to the team. So I feel like maybe he'll sit out a game and then realize, fuck, they're not going to trade me. And then I guess he'll play the rest of the year.
I have to agree with you, Joel. I think they're going to keep him. I don't think they can get enough out of him. If Diggs went for a second-round pick, I don't think they'd like to take a second round for T, especially because Jamar, he doesn't play every game in the season. He tends to get hurt, and Burrow needs his wide receivers. He needs his weapons. So I think they're going to keep him. They're going to do as much as they can to keep him.
So here's where I disagree.
Like a fourth-round pick for them, too.
So not only do I think he's getting traded, but I disagree with what you said about Joe Burrow needing his receivers. I think he's an elite quarterback. He can make receivers better. Little Trent Irwin running around. People made a lot of deal about Tyler Boyd being gone. I don't care.
You do think he doesn't need Jamar Chase? You think they would have made the Super Bowl against the Rams without Chase?
No, but I think
exactly.
But they still have Chase. I don't think they need T. Higgins. I think they're going to trade T. Higgins on draft day, and I actually think because it's on draft day, they could get a lot for him. Now, would they want to trade him to the Bills? Probably not, because that's another contender in their own. I mean, I don't think they're a contender, but for this conversation, that's another contender in the AFC. But other teams that are going forward that could trade for him, man, you think the Lions wouldn't trade for T. Higgins and just bolster that up?
They don't need T.
That would send a team over the edge, man. The Lions, and we know that they're not just sitting around. They're trying to win this thing right now. So I think that would be an absolutely great fit for them. I think he's getting moved probably on draft day, and I think they could get more than what the Bills got for Diggs, because also teams knew they had to get rid of Diggs because he was locker room poison. They don't have to get rid of T. Higgins. They can keep him around, He's franchised. He's still there. He's not going to sit out the entire season. He's not going to sit out half the season. So I think he could get moved, and I think Bills are a good fit. I think Lions are a great fit, and I think they could get quite a bit and then bolster up that defense, or that'll be even more.
Lions don't need anything, man. Their offense was explosive. They don't need any other pieces. Amon-Ra is perfect.
I'm not saying they need him, but I'm saying imagine Amon-Ra and T. Higgins.
They're better fits.
I don't think it's worth it for them
to
a trade for a guy that they don't necessarily need.
Oh, I think it's definitely worth it. Yeah. Who's a better fit?
Not in their position.
The Jets. The Jets could use him. Aaron Rodgers and T. Higgins.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a better fit.
That's a great fit, but I don't know how they're going to pay for that when they're already shelling out a bunch of money. The Lions can actually pay T. Higgins.
If they wanted T, they'd figure it out.
Yeah. The Rams could use T. Higgins.
The Rams, Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp? I don't think so.
T. Higgins. Right in the middle.
I don't think so. I would say the Packers, but they're known for not making big splash trades like this. So
Burrow has such good chemistry with T. Higgins. I'm sure Burrow is just let's keep T. He must be doing everything he can to keep him. Begging management even on his knees.
Yeah, even so. Moving on. They'll have Jamar Chase. They'll have some little slot receivers. Maybe get a little tight end in the draft. I think T. Higgins is not playing another game for the Bengals. Sticking with the Bengals, Joe Burrow recently said that they're still built to beat the Chiefs. Eli, do you think the Bengals are still the biggest threat to Kansas City in the AFC?
I do. With a healthy Burrow, he's went into Arrowhead and beat Mahomes. Not many quarterbacks can say that within, I don't know if another quarterback can even say they've beat
only
Mahomes in Arrowhead. Just Brady. So it's just for that reason alone, that's why I think they're the biggest threat. They've done it before. The Bengals have done it before. They can do it again with a healthy team.
I'm in agreement with Eli, although I don't think built to beat the Chiefs is a real thing. I just think they have Joe Burrow, and he can maybe do it. And that's kind of what that means.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I don't think they're built to beat them either. I think, if anything, the Ravens were built to beat them last year, but didn't do it. So I think it's just Joe Burrow's not afraid of the Chiefs, whereas the Ravens are petrified and the Bills are petrified. And we'll see about the Texans. Honestly, I think that's another team that could come up. I'd say probably the Texans are the biggest threat to the Chiefs right now in the AFC. But I think Burrow still has a great chance just because he has a winning record against Mahomes, and that's what he does. But I don't know. Their team, Chiefs have a better team. They have a straight up better team and a better quarterback, but they have a better team.
I've been thinking lately about the Texans. What if CJ Stroud falls into a sophomore slump and their season just goes down the gutter? Sophomore slumps happen all the time, and everyone is rating the Texans so high, including myself. But I feel like there is a possibility that they could tank. Not quite tank, but not be nearly as good as people are expecting.
Yeah, we kind of do forget that the Texans snuck in to not only the playoffs, but they snuck into that division lead because in the final game of their season, it was them or the Colts are getting in, and the Colts had the ball at Houston's 15, and the
third stringer
drops it. Texans would have been out of there. There would have been no playoff win. There would have been nothing.
So Anthony Richardson will be back this year too. Like that division's not going to be easy.
Yeah, that division is damn good. And I think clearly Titans believe in Will Levis and they've stacked a team around him. So
it's going to be interesting. So I'm just saying I wouldn't say they're a lock, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm a huge believer in them as well, but there is a huge possibility that, they could have a lot of trouble as well.
Yeah.
But I just think if they can reach their full potential, then they are the biggest threat to the Chiefs in the AFC.
Big ceiling.
All right, boys, it's time. We've been avoiding this for a long time, but finally with the draft, I think with the draft closer, it's an appropriate time to do this. Reveal our mock drafts. We're not going to do all 32 picks because that would be brutal. We're going to do the top 10. We're going to do 5 each, and then we're going to do the other 5 after. And I'm going to start. What do you think about that?
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to start.
Look at that.
Me, please.
No. Take a seat, buddy. Put that hand down. Okay. Number 1, Bears take Caleb Williams. I don't know how much I need to explain here. They got rid of Fields. They need a quarterback, generational talent. I think he's a absolute sure thing. Caleb Williams to the Bears, done. 2, Washington takes Drake May. I mean, I know I'm hearing a lot about them liking Jaden Daniels. I'm not buying it. I think they're going to take Drake May. I think he's more of a sure thing. His comp is Josh Allen. So imagine that in that division suddenly. We know how weird the NFC East is. They move around left and right. I don't think Washington's ready to win it this year, even if Drake May turns out to be great right away. But I think new regime starts with the quarterback as well. Bring him in. I think that's a great pick for them. And the Patriots take Jaden Daniels instead. And he's no sure thing by any means. And if 3 QBs work in this draft, then it's automatically one of the greatest draft classes as far as quarterbacks are concerned. And I know that the Patriots have a ton of other needs, but get the coach right. I don't know if Mayo will work, but we'll see. Get the QB right, and you will see with the Texans how fast things fall into place. So get the QB right. They're not contending for anything this year, but I think they're drafting Jaden Daniels. Okay, number 4, Cardinals take Marvin Harrison Jr. Of everything I've read about them is they're asking for a fortune for any team to come up and trade with them. So I think they're staying pat at number 4, taking Marvin Harrison Jr. He's as sure a fit as a wide receiver as can be. Can't miss. Learning how to play from his father is amazing, and apparently has his stoicism as well. He does not say anything. Really quiet guy, which is super rare as a receiver. And I think the Cards need that in their locker room with Kyler Murray, so I think that is a perfect fit. And at 5, Chargers, another team with a lot of needs. I think they trade down with the Vikings, and the Vikings take quarterback J.J. McCarthy. To me, he's a B prospect, but with that offense, with those weapons, that coach, I think he can find a level of success, and who knows, maybe he sits for a while behind Sam Darnold, maybe for a year, maybe not the whole year. I'd say probably not the whole year because there's only so much any team can stomach Sam Darnold. But I think with that offense, we saw Dobbs come in for a game with having absolutely no experience and get a win. I think with an offseason, with sitting out a few games, I think he can find success. So that's my top 5.
Starting off at number 1, Caleb Williams. He's the Bedard of the NFL this season. Unanimous number 1 overall pick. You just can't doubt it. His talent speaks for itself. He's going to the Bears. He's going to change that team most likely. Number 2, Jaden Daniels. He's going to the Commies, all right? Wow. It's a toss-up between him and Drake May. I think they're both going to be pretty solid for each team. It's hard to say who's going to be the better one, but I think Jaden Daniels is a better fit for the Commanders. He's more of a smaller guy. He can use his legs a lot more, and I think that's going to help out the Commanders. Number 3, Drake May. He's a bigger quarterback, right? He's like 6'4", 223 pounds or something.
Big boy,
like
yeah.
He's a unit. So I think for the Pats that could work quite well. They're a big team, really good defensively. I think that could be a big game changer for them. And then number 4, Marvin Harrison, Cardinals. As much as I want Kyler Murray gone, I think he's staying, right? He's going to stay. So they need to beef up their wide receivers, and this guy's a perfect fit. Marvin Harrison to the Cards. And at number 5, my hot take pick here, Brock Bowers, the tight end, to the Chargers. Now listen here, Will Dissly, he ain't going to do nothing for the Chargers this season. So they need this guy. They need Brock Bowers. He's going to be the next Travis Kelce. You heard it here first on Almost Sunday. Brock Bowers and next Travis Kelce, and the Chargers are going to be lucky to draft him. He led Georgia in receiving yards for, I believe it was 3 straight seasons, which is just crazy. Yeah. So he's a dynamic threat. He can just catch a ton of yards. And I think him and Herbert, that's going to be a dynamic duo. I think that's solid.
Number 1, Caleb Williams. He's good at Twitter. You know what? It was actually, it's pretty funny. You know, everybody was roasting him for having like a pink phone, and he was just clapping back. I respected it.
And the pink fingernails.
Yeah, he's going to the Bears. The Commies taking Drake May. You know why? This is a very basic mock draft I have here, okay? They're going with the Theismann comp, okay? Hopefully he doesn't have the same leg injury.
Well, it's not basic because that's my second pick too. So
yeah, basic.
Very intricate,
number 3,
actually.
Jaden Daniels to the Pats. Imagine if it was May to the Pats, and then you have May and Mayo head coach and quarterback.
Ooh.
That could have been disastrous. That's why the Pats are taking Jaden Daniels.
Wow, what a hunch.
As for the Cards are taking Marvin Harrison. Get Kyler Murray a weapon. They love Kyler Murray. They say he's the franchise guy. So why would they trade down or anything? They're going to take a number 1, a wide receiver, to be his guy. And at number 5, Malik Numbers to the Chargers.
Numbers?
I don't know who. I think I got the wrong name down.
Neighbors?
Malik Neighbors.
There's no way I made that big of a typo, though.
Sure
I know
did.
like that name, but yeah.
Sure
I think you're thinking of his brother, Malik Letters.
Yo, don't clip it.
Okay, I swear to God. No, we're keeping that in.
Well, that's my top 5.
Okay, couple things
Numbers.
here. So neither of you have Chargers trading down when I do, but you both have Chargers picking someone different. I do think Bowers is going to, obviously, he's the best tight end in the drafts, and I think he's going to get taken first round without a question. But you guys disagree on what weapon they're going to take here. And also, Jaden Daniels to Washington, Eli.
Yeah.
So you think they're going to go with the small boy, sort of way less hype on him. I can get that he's kind of got that playmaking ability to him. He can move around with his legs and stuff. But you think that that's more of a sure thing than Drake May?
I don't know if it's a sure thing. I'm just predicting that it will happen. I think they need a good shifty guy. They need a good guy who can escape the pocket because their O-line kind of sucks. So they don't need this big stumpy quarterback who's just clogging around, you know?
But he can move around like Josh Allen kind of can. That's his whole comp.
I know, but not to like in his first season. I think it won't work out as well as a good young, or not young, but lighter quarterback.
So did you guys, either of you, consider Chargers trading down?
I considered it. Then I said F that.
Same thing here. Yes, I saw it in a couple mock drafts, and I'm like, well, that's preposterous. You know, it's just not.
I just think they need like so much that it's just like, all right, let's trade down. Like, why bother with the top pick here? Especially like receiver. I think they could get Bowers later. I mean, not too much later, but I still think they could.
I think the Vikings would be smart to trade up for sure. Like that, they need a quarterback. That would be the smart thing to do. But I think Brock Bowers, man, I think he's going to be something special.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Okay. Now, for the next 5, I'm going to start again. At number 6, the Giants take wide receiver Malik Neighbors, not Numbers.
Shut up.
Second best receiver in the draft. And at this point in the draft, I don't think Giants are taking a flyer and a quarterback. And they have no talent. So Neighbors immediately becomes their best player, at least on offense. This team is still far away from doing anything good. I think, people are saying that Brian Daboll is going to be on the coaching hot seat I'm not buying that. I mean, he's got absolutely nothing to work with, and went to the playoffs with that team in the first year, and even won a playoff game. And that's what tricked everyone into thinking Daniels should get paid. Or Danny Dimes should get paid. An absolute joke. So get him a weapon at least. They still have Tyrod Taylor there, I'm pretty sure. So maybe he's going to start more than Daniels. Okay, number 7. This one seems pretty obvious to me. Titans take tackle Joe Alt. I mean, they have the worst offensive line in the league. At least they did last year. And at least Will Levis's blind side will be protected. They got him some weapons. Now get him some protection. Falcons at 8. They take Dallas Turner at edge. This team isn't really lacking talent. They don't need much. Secondary solid. And offensively, they're good talent-wise. They got running backs, receivers, got a tight end. I mean, I know a lot of people are saying that they don't have a tight end still, but I think they're set. Their offensive line is good, so get him an edge rusher. Secondary is pretty good, and they haven't had a double-digit sack player since Vic Beasley did it in 2016. So I think it's time to address that. And Falcons take an edge rusher. At 9, Bears also take an edge rusher, Jared Verse. They need pass rushers. Help out Montez Sweat a little bit. That defense they have a corner, they have a linebacker. They do have Montez Sweat, who really galvanized that defense when they traded for him last year. Get him some help. I still think even later in the draft they could get even more help on that D-line because offensively they fixed a lot. Still got to work on that O-line a little bit and maybe a late drafter on a running back. But they were last in sacks last year. I think 12 behind the next closest team. So they got to fix that, and I think this will. And at 10, for once, I think the Jets aren't going to be dumb as bricks, and I think they're going to draft a tackle. Olumuua Fashanu. I probably butchered that.
You butchered that.
I know. Listen, I looked it up, but it's brutal to pronounce it. He said it so clearly, but even when you write it phonetically, it's absolutely
okay.
But I think they're going to be smart. Draft a tackle. They got their oldies in there with Tyron Smith, some veterans. Do I think they can play the whole season? Probably not. So Fashanu comes in there and he plays for them probably pretty early in the season, and they need that O-line to be fixed, definitely. So, I mean, part of me thinks the Jets are going to be stupid as hell and grab, Brock Bowers or Rome Dunze at receiver. But you know what? I'm going to be optimistic for them. I think they're finally going to draft an O-lineman and stop being an absolute gutter franchise for at least 5 seconds.
All right, starting at 6 here, Malik Neighbors, same with you, Lucas. He's going to the Jets. Tommy Cutlets, and good old Neighbors. It's going to be quite the connection. We'll see what happens there. They need a good wide receiver, a franchise one, and hopefully he'll piece in nicely. I think he's a great wide receiver to pick from. Number 7, Joe Alt, outside tackle for the Titans. They need to beef up their O-line. They do, and I think he's going to be amazing for them. Number 8, Dallas Turner, offensive linebacker for the Falcons. Kirk is going to need some
offensive linebacker.
He's going to need some help. Kirk is going to need some help. Okay. Kirk is going to need some help. Number 9, Troy Fantanu.
Hold. What do you mean he needs?
Wait. OLB is outside linebacker, not offensive linebacker.
Same thing, right? Number 9. Number 9.
You realize that's a defensive player, right?
Yeah. But they're going to need him. Number 9. Number 9, Troy Fantanu. All right. The Bears need an outside tackle desperately. He's going to help them out a lot, especially Caleb Williams coming in his first season. Should be clutch. Number 10, Rome Dunes. The Jets.
Wow.
They're going to be aggressive here. Aaron Rodgers needs his weapons. They have Garrett Wilson, but another guy, little 1-2 punch there. If a healthy Rodgers happens this season, that could be dangerous. We'll have to see.
All right, here we go. I'm much more confident in my bottom 5. Here we go. We got the Giants taking J.J. McCarthy. Their quarterback room is a show. Why not just throw another one in there? They're going nowhere anyway, and fast. Next, we got Titans taking Joe Alt. Notre Dame is a lineman factory. I think we all agree on that. Actually, I know we all agree on that.
Unanimous.
Falcons, outside linebacker, Dallas Turner.
Defensive linebacker, you mean? Or?
He's going to help out that defense. Kirk's going to be really happy with him.
Oh, I see how that works.
Got the Bears taking offensive tackle J.C. Latham. I think they got enough weapons. I think they can beef up that line. Sure, do it. And then we got the Jets taking Brock Bowers. Generational
Wow.
talent, I think they said. Another weapon. Aaron Rodgers just got to get that ball out quick, and then that's all that matters, right?
No way. So both of you still have the Jets being stupid as shite.
They're the Jets, buddy.
I can't
should be
believe out of
predicting this.
everyone here, I'm the one that's giving them more credit. I have little to no respect for them. Unbelievable.
You know how
You're gonna
long
be the
Aaron
most
Rodgers
wrong.
has gone with his team not drafting skill players? Jets are going to accommodate, brother.
No way. Dude, all they do is accommodate this absolute douchebag. Oh my god. Okay.
I can't say that.
Well, I could, and I did, and I'll probably say it again, and I'll probably
He's
say
a
way
nice
worse.
guy.
Huh?
Rodgers is a nicer guy than Kirk, and I stand by that.
Whoa.
Okay, well, everyone knows that that's just the biggest lie. That hurt Eli to his core, even just making that.
Ow.
Yeah.
Crossing his
And
face under the table.
What's going to hurt your core even more, Eli? Probably Trivia Wars. If
Don't
you
say it.
lose
Don't say
for the
Trivia
third
Wars.
straight time. Did I say you had a win earlier? I meant to say that you had 0. I don't know if I did.
But did you mention both times went to overtime? All right, so it was down to the
Oh,
wire.
That's
Two
true.
comebacks, two big comebacks. Don't count me out. The comeback is
All right, so Trivia Wars 3.0. Joel up 2-0. Eli, come on. Let's go here. Listen, I took out some Dallas questions here, so you can't complain about
Thank
these
you.
freebies.
yeah, little Homer
Joel-
bullshit.
How's it Homer? I don't understand. Oh, what Homer?
You like Joel better than me.
Oh, okay. So I'm just spewing Trivia Wars too.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Listen, I'd throw in a Seahawks question, but they don't do anything. They're just middle of the pack or worse than
Ouch.
everything.
Right,
So,
that hurt. Nice one. Good slight. Good slight.
what do you want me to ask? Like, who was third in the NFC West?
All right, okay,
Like,
hands up. You got me, pal. Right?
ridiculous. Okay. Let's go. You boys ready?
Yeah.
As usual, there's going to be some easy ones in here. There's going to be some tough ones. They're spread out throughout. Okay, first question. Which team was the worst on 4th down?
Jets.
Bears.
No.
Giants.
Cardinals.
Falcons.
Neither.
Commies.
No.
Titans. Falcons. Bears.
Nope.
Jets.
No.
You can't be naming them all like that.
Well,
Giants.
Calculated guesses.
He repeated honestly like 5 of them without even coming up with a new one.
I just have my list of draft teams.
Dude.
And it's like
on.
the top worst teams, right? Like
Let's go with Panthers.
Bucks,
No.
Vikings.
No.
Seahawks.
No.
Hey, they were bad. They were bad on 4th down. What? I would know. Is it like a sleeper
Chargers.
team? Like, oh, I wouldn't expect this.
No, you should get it. Like,
Chargers,
no.
Okay. Colts.
Broncos.
No.
Saints.
No.
We've named them all.
You haven't. There's the most obvious team in here, guys.
Pats.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
let's go.
There you
Let's
go.
go.
Pats were dead last year. I
Eat
thought
that,
for sure
Joel.
Joel was looking at his draft order.
I'm almost 90% sure I would have said. Oh no, I probably.
Yeah, you didn't. Pats last 36%. Okay. Eli taking an early lead here. Look at that. Is
Let's
this
go.
the time?
Let's
Okay.
go.
Bullshit.
Number 2. For QBs that started at least 15 games, who had the best passer rating?
Ooh, CJ Stroud.
What did you say? Not Stroud. What did you say, Joel? Sam Howell?
Howell. Yeah. Mahomes. Dak.
No.
Hurts.
Dallas question.
Hurts.
Not Hurts,
Kirk.
no.
No, not Kirk.
Not Kurtz.
Play.
No, start at least 15 games, not Kirk.
Yeah.
Do
Lamar.
Not Lamar, no.
Purdy.
Purdy. Eli, gotta be quicker, man. He got like five out before he even got one.
I was tripping, bro. I was tripping.
Tied 1-1. Wake up.
I just
wake up.
spam names.
Yeah, that's good. Honestly, a good strat. I mean,
That's
you
not
should
good.
Use your brain a bit more, but yeah. Okay.
Shut up.
Stop calling me a very rude. All right. Number 3. For QBs that had at least 15 starts, again, who had the least interceptions?
Ooh,
Not Mahomes.
Flacco.
Not Flacco.
Hurts.
Nope.
I thought that was a sneaky one. CJ
No.
Stroud.
CJ
Don't
Stroud.
know. Stroud's bound to hit on one of these.
Yeah, Stroud he had an absolutely amazing rookie
Yeah.
season. Okay, Stroud, 5 interceptions. Can you believe that? All season?
Yeah, that's-
Only 5? Extraordinary.
Yes,
It's
I can.
elite numbers.
Yeah, very good. Okay, question 4. Eli up 2-1. Who led the league in tackles?
Roquan Smith. Fred
Nope.
Warner.
Nope.
Micah Parsons, TJ Watt.
Neither.
What's his nuts?
Oh, Josh Allen.
Nope.
Oh, no, that's a quarterback, buddy. We're talking defense.
Yeah, he's a linebacker too, bud.
That can happen.
Give you a little hint. This is a veteran player.
Oh, okay.
Bobby
Wagner.
I was getting there.
He led the league.
I was getting there.
Just out of curiosity, who does he play for?
The Chiefs.
Seahawks, baby.
The Seahawks. Eli.
It's crazy because he went to the Rams the first time and everyone was like, oh, he was washed, and now he's just back.
I didn't realize that. That's actually crazy.
So I threw in the
B-Wags?
Seahawks question for you, and you don't
That was
pick it up.
That was like underrated, man.
183 tackles by Bobby Wagner.
ridiculous.
Incredible. Yeah,
Who was second, though?
I don't know, actually.
I thought it would be like TJ Watt.
The tackles. Oh my God, you guys would never get this. Zaire Franklin for the Colts.
Oh, I was thinking that.
Tied 2-2. Question 5. Which defensive end was tied for second in sacks?
Micah Parsons.
No.
I can't name any off the top of my
Myles
head, to be
Garrett.
honest.
Not Myles Garrett.
TJ Watt. Oh,
Nope.
is he a linebacker?
He was first.
Um,
And yeah, he's a linebacker.
Chris Jones? No.
No, he's a D tackle.
dude, I have no idea.
Specifically a defensive end. As soon as you ask defensive questions here, no one's got anything. A bunch
Hold
of
on,
offensive
I'm
boys, huh?
thinking. I'm thinking. Daniil Hunter?
No, but he did have a great season, but no.
Give me a conference.
AFC.
Give me a division.
Okay, we're going division. We're going all the way. AFC North.
And it's not Myles Garrett.
Yep. It's not the Browns even, okay? 3 teams left.
I don't
Come on.
remember anybody on the
Be so free now.
Oh, it's
Be so unbelievably free.
right. I know who it is.
I always forget the fourth team, bro. It's the Bengals, the Steelers, the Browns, and the
Ravens.
Ravens. Oh,
Is arguably the best third
Roquan
defensive
Smith.
end. No, that's a linebacker.
yeah, he's a linebacker.
Arguably the
That's
third best
scary.
defensive end in the whole league.
Well, now I'm just forgetting.
John Watkins.
Who? This is brutal.
I'm blanking, buddy.
Yeah, just let us know. This could be a tie.
No, you can't. You guys look. Hey, fastest to look it up.
Oh my god.
I've only got 11 questions here, boys, so I can't just give this one to you and call it a
You
draw.
can, man.
No.
Calais Campbell.
He's looking up. He's sure it's on the Ravens. How do you know it's on the Ravens?
Not loading.
This guy's gonna lose because of slow internet.
Sam Hubbard.
No.
Trey Hendrickson.
Trey Hendrickson.
Oh my
Christ.
god. You
Bengals,
son of a
huh?
Dude, like, yeah.
Son of a
Trey
bitch.
Hendrickson's amazing. How do you guys not know who Trey Hendrickson is, man?
Bro, not off the top of the
bitch. I
dome,
know
I'll tell you that
Trey-
much.
Bro,
Yeah, he's not
18
a-
sacks, man. Like, this dude
I
is
can't just
amazing.
I can't just pull that out of thin air,
That's
right?
crazy.
You're
He's
like,
tied for
tell me
18
who's on
sacks.
the fucking Bengals D line. Sure, Lucas.
Yeah.
It's not just who's on the D-line, who's tied for second in sacks. Like, come on.
Shut up.
He had more sacks than Myles Garrett, and you know him, so miss me with that.
Miles Garrett.
Sacks. Yeah, Myles Garrett's
Well, it's
walking
not
into the
even-
Hall of Fame. You know him.
He's way better. He's way better.
And yet he had 4 less sacks, so suck on that.
Irregardless.
Oh, don't say that.
Irregardless, this.
I hate you regardless.
Okay, Joel's up 3-2.
That's a dumb one.
On defense, it's not a player.
Oh.
It's not a player.
Love-
Don't worry.
Loves
I knew I could only put a couple in here because I had a slight hunch that you guys were just purely offensive boys. On defense,
Pure is not a factual statement.
which team allowed the least yards per play?
The Niners.
Chiefs.
Neither.
Cowboys.
No.
Browns.
Nope.
Texans.
Lions.
No. Those last 2 guesses were wild. No.
You're lying.
Not lying.
Rams.
No. What another wild one.
Did you say Cowboys already, Joel?
Yeah. The Steelers?
Nope. It's a good guess, but no.
Titans?
No. You guys have
Did we say
guessed-
Bills?
You guys have guessed most of the top 10. No, it's not the Bills.
The Packers.
The Raiders? Maybe?
No.
Sneaky?
That's crazy.
Sneaky?
No.
Sneaky?
Okay, I'll give you guys a
Sneaky.
hint. I'll give you guys a hint. It's a really bad team. Well, at least it was last year. A really bad team, but at least on the defensive side, they have a lot of talent.
Patriots.
The Falcons.
No.
Giants.
Come on.
Jets.
The Cardinals.
Jets. It's Jets. Jets. Yeah, can you believe that? Jets first in yards per play defensively.
Weird.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys
They're
guessed
good-
like all
they're
the
good
top
players on
5.
the defense.
Yeah, they're loaded on defense, honestly. They need some help. Okay. 3-3. This is crazy, actually. How do you guys keep
Yeah.
managing to get this to overtime?
Asking some bull. question.
Oh God! Don't blame me, okay, guy. I'm just a moderator. Don't blame me.
You
Which
made
team?
the questions.
I make the
Innocent
questions,
third party.
but you guys make your own knowledge, all right? And clearly, you guys are lacking. Which team was second, kind of technically fourth, in total rushing touchdowns?
Cowboys.
Ooh. Bills.
Eagles.
Ravens?
Ravens.
Lamar, baby.
Ravens,
Lamar.
Ravens, yeah. I mean, they're technically fourth because 3 teams are tied for first.
Okay.
So, yeah, Ravens. Okay, Eli, look at that. 4-3. Joel,
Time to close that out.
Question 8. Which running back had the most attempts?
Zach Moss.
No.
Cook.
No.
Tony Pollard.
No.
Jalen Hurts. Good joke.
Swift? No. Mostert.
No.
Montgomery.
That was the first good guess, but no.
Etienne.
McCaffrey.
McCaffrey's a great guess, but no. I
Etienne?
can't believe you guys named so many guys before McCaffrey.
Pacheco.
Not Etienne. And
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry.
Oh my God, I think no, I thought second.
No.
Who was first?
No, he was first.
Let's go.
I thought you said second.
No, that was the question before.
Yes, I
It's a
win.
long day, guys.
I win.
Derrick Henry, 280. No, if Joel gets these next 2 questions right, it's tied. But if you get this one right, Eli, it's over. It doesn't even go to overtime.
Okay.
You'll never get it. You'll never, ever get it.
You will never get this. You will never get this. La 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 la.
Try and stop me.
This is a weird one. What team's receivers led the league in yards per game?
Dolphins.
Neither.
San Fran.
Browns.
No.
Cowboys.
Boys. Eagles.
No.
Lions.
No.
Packers.
Lincoln.
No.
The Chiefs.
Rams.
No, not the Chiefs.
Not Chiefs, not Rams.
Oh, Rams is a good guess. The Colts.
No.
Vikings.
Vikings. Eli wins. There's no way.
Yes. Yes.
But one time he break a cage and he get this, and then we all laugh. High five.
Thank you for putting that in there.
276 yards.
Dude, Jordan Addison, man. He went off.
Yeah, Jordan Addison and what's Buddy there with the long hair?
KJ Osborne?
KJ Osborne, yeah. He's actually like sneaky good. Yeah, they cooked. They cooked. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Eli
yes,
takes
sir.
one back.
I'm all fuzz
Dustin.
brain today. This is bull.
Busted.
Look at that. 2-1 Trivia Wars. Joel, how do you feel about that?
Disappointed. We'll be back better than ever next time. I predict a crushing defeat, and I just
By the hands of me.
it is bull.
You went and winning another, you piece of shit.
What do you mean? I just predicted that I will defeat you crushingly.
I'm saying you ain't winning another.
Yeah, next week I'm going to bring back Would You Rather, since you guys got a massive kick out of it.
Okay.
And, a little upset that you guys didn't like all my comparisons when I brought it up, so I'm going to try to do better.
What about a little never have I ever?
Okay, you know what? Why don't you get straight back to high school, buddy, all right? Leave that to our podcast.
Come on, man.
And we're going to bring back Trivia Wars, and, it might be right before the draft. We'll see what people, if we want any amendments to that. But that's it for this week's edition of the Almost Sunday podcast. Like and subscribe, I dare you, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.